Hi everybody, this is Alchemist 2, and this is another instructional video about tuning one's chakras. Well, the long and short of it was I was going to do a video on meditation, but unfortunately that video was too long and sadly had to be taken off YouTube. And I was just meditating with sound bowls, and the one exercise that I had done opened all the 7 chakras, and it's on Leela, and you can buy Leela at any GameStop. I'm not talking about the Futurama character. I'm talking about the actual game Leela, narrated by Deepak Chopra, and Deepak actually takes you through meditation, and he guides you, and it's actually very informative, and it's very refreshing and serene when you do it. And there are a lot of programs you can go online for free that are different, and they may have a mantra that you chant, or they'll have you sit with your spine erect, because the spine is the central calm for everything. And if you have good posture, your chakras will work a lot better. And Ruth White agrees with this. This is the basis for everything. And I'm not going to go through the chapters here because I'm still going through it and I'm learning as I go, and I've just started with the root. The root is the basis, and basically all chakras are connected, just like anything else in the human body. But she goes through her own development as a child, and then her case histories with patients that she saw. And I thought the stories were very interesting. And she discusses the chakras themselves, their colors that link to crystals that resonate with it, the spices that will calm it, or the spices that will awaken it. And she begins with the root, and she ends with what's known as the crown. And it goes from root, sacral, solar plexus, heart chakra, throat chakra, third eye chakra, and then crown. A lot of books will say alter major, and there's one part where she does this. This was written in 93, and I don't like calling the third eye alter major. It just, to me, it's too confusing, and I just don't think it's necessary. It causes a lot of muddling, and it's one less thing we need. But in accordance with the chakras and all that, singing bowls, I think, really, really help, and they will awaken your chakras, because each chakra will resonate with a certain sound, and I found this to be true. And I haven't done this recently, but if you go to YouTube and you just click on, I think it's singing bowls or tuning chakras, I forget what they call it, but there are videos that you can access that will help you, and they're each 15 minutes long, and meditation will relatively take 15 minutes. If you can sit still for that long, you can begin with 5 minutes and work your way up. It's not always the easiest thing to find centeredness, but you can do it. It is possible, and even in this hectic world, it's a process. It's a practice that makes perfect, like with anything else. And as your guide, I just hope that this particular book by Ruth White gives you some more insight. There are plenty of videos better than mine on YouTube that'll give you access to singing bowls that will assist you in tuning your chakras. And a lot of weak chakras will manifest themselves in different ways, just like she talks about with her case studies. And for instance, the first one is the root chakra, and she's talking about this man who didn't really have a lot of playful capacity. He just didn't have any creativity, and his sexual drive had, well, the sexual drive is actually more related to sacral chakra, but the root and the sacral are very much connected, and he just found that his romantic life with his wife lacked passion and fire and sizzle, basically. And it was all because he was overcompensating for not really having a very loving environment as a child. And it talks about the developmental age of these chakras, and the root is from 0 to 3 years, and then it goes forward as you move onward throughout the different chakra systems and of them entities, I should say, not systems. It and of itself it's one entity that all is interlocking within itself, just like everything else. And I love that she starts with visualizing oneself as a tree, which makes sense because we're rooted to everything in the earth and we're connected to all we see. I don't know what else to say about this particular book other than if you are looking to have a guide, this is a very, very good reference guide. I know it was written in '93, and I really like this woman, Ruth White. She talks about her guide, and a lot of the self-help books will talk about guides, like Sylvia Brown talked about her guide, and I was used to reading about that. I thought, there's really nothing wrong about this. You don't have to necessarily have a guide. You can find your own source of spirituality, whatever that might be, maybe in the form of a guide, maybe in the form of another person who is also meditating or going through opening their chakras and whatnot. And apparently there are more than 7 chakras, but I haven't really learned this far yet, so I'm still a novice, and excuse me for that. But I am ever improving, ever evolving. So that's the whole idea of the work of Ruth's book, and learning about chakras themselves. And I've definitely finding this fascinating. And I'm learning about auras and colors, and auras and colors are very much interconnected with that of the realm of chakras. And I thought, wow, I've come full circle to my auras again. How interesting. It's just not a coincidence that I have done that. All makes a strange sort of sense. It's basically all I have to say about chakras in and of themselves. Hopefully this video isn't too long. It's part 2, and hopefully what I've done gives a little bit of insight to the particular viewer who asked me to do this to begin with, because I didn't know if I could do it. I wasn't fairly comfortable with talking about it, because I'm still a novice and I'm still learning. But it's anybody can do it. I mean, children, when they're very young, they can see auras. It talks about that quite a bit in Edgar Cayce's book. I've heard about it in there's a CD I listened to about EFT, which I need to get back onto, because it's very effective. It works. It definitely works. I know it sounds like a bunch of New Age hooey. It's not. It works, because it works with acupressure points. But anyway, that's another topic for later if you're interested. This I found to be very insightful, very helpful, and her case histories are very illustrative, and they really depict the trouble that the particular patient had and how they corrected it. And she even has exercises that will help you in connecting with this particular whatever particular chakra you find that you're having difficulty with, or is not open as much as you would like for it to be. We are always in the process of becoming better vessels, or better yeah, better vessels, better sources of energy, I think. I really don't have that much others else. Bleh. It's too late for me to talk, but sorry. Um, but that's basically all I have to say about Ruth White's book. And you can probably pick it up on erhamlin.com. And hopefully this has been as enlightening for you as it has been for me. It's been a real pleasure talking to you all. And namaste.